the day. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They give it to Peterson. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll set up to throw. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
2nd and 5. Take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Green. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 66 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Rodgers forced out to his left. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Green with a catch left side. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll run on first down. It's Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. Nothing, first quarter lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Handoff comes to Peterson. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peterson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, Green. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there on the run. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second down and 3. Now it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, I think we got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete. Right side, driver with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
2nd and 2.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
They'll look to throw again.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but 2 ticks left here in the half. On is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. To throw is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Green. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. Gets it off to Freeman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start the drive with Peterson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Rodgers to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jennings. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and so out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Crosby puts it through, and that will get the lead up to 14.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Second down, Peterson again.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive consumes Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
119 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
They'll come out in a four-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Freeman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rodgers to throw once more. Slant to Adams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs.
Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of the Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st down, Green. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he's got room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On 2nd down now. It's Green, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Green Bay, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they